We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the San Francisco 49ers. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's all right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Toronto Thunderbirds and the San Francisco 49ers. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he'll maybe get it back to the 25 here on the first play, but no more than that. Eddie Jackson with a tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Looking to throw on second down. Malone. Now he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long.
Let's go! White, 90! White, 90! Flex round! Flex round!
Looking to throw. Malone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Vernon Hargraves with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Detroit! Detroit!
Now a first carry for T.J. Yeldon. And he stopped immediately there. DeForest Buckner in on the tackle.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so because then you turn it into a shootout. And that means your offense has to keep pace.
They'll set up a throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. And that's off the left upright, but it caroms right in. How about that? The kick is good. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. It's a little bit of a trick shot there, but he got it to go.
Yeah, that thing was headed directly for the left upright the entire way, but fortune smiled on him there, and he's able to bank it in.
The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Let's go. That's how we do, D. That's how we do. They don't want none. They don't want none of this. Flex round. Flex round. Good job, D. Hut.
To throw on 2nd down. Malone. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. On 3rd down, Malone, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the defense says they have it. Yes, they've got it.
Well, we may not see it behind the big play sheet that they like to use, but I'll bet there's a big grin on the defensive coordinator's face. A corner blitz. What we often call a cat blitz. Usually they disguise it, Brandon. You're up on a receiver. It looks like you're going to bump and run with him, press coverage, and then he just takes off straight for the quarterback, and someone comes behind him to pick up the receiver.
And as a former member of the secondary, it makes you happy too, doesn't it?
I can't lie about it. I got a big grin on my face, too. That was a heck of a play, a heck of a call.
Looking middle, and that's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This will be their first trip to the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Looks for Parker, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Parker that time.
Flex round. Come on, let's go. White 90. White 90.
On 1st and 10, Malone, he'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. That's a good way to start the drive, 17 yards and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Malone. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 15, we see the dime look, 6 DBs on the field.
Playing pass all the way. Operating from the gun. Malone, he's going to rifle one deep left and got his man complete. Second quarter now. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis with you. It's the 49ers in control of the football, and they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down. Malone. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Back to throw. Malone, throw right side, taken in by Pettis. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
To throw on 3rd down. Malone going for it all. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Well, that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
Well, that pressure came right up the middle. Remember the good old days when they would scheme to make sure that they smacked the guy snapping the ball? And, you know, he had his head down. He's kind of in a vulnerable spot. Rules prevent that now, so you have to go about it a little bit differently, but you can still get pressure there.
And almost always, when you see somebody get to the ball, it comes off the edge. They're able to sneak through the middle of the line. Hard to believe.
Yeah, cardinal rule broken, isn't it? Right up the middle. That's supposed to be a place you protect the most.
So now a chance for points in the opposite direction after the blocked field goal. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. That's caught inside the 20. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. And they rattle off a big one. 46 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Now he's forced out left, and he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Well, you know you don't want to make a mistake in that area, so you make sure you make a smart throw. Throw it out towards the sidelines. If you overshoot your guy, so be it. It's just the incompletion that we saw there.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll drop to throw. Flush to his right. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. They'll go with a big back, Yeldon. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. So give him the first down. First and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for it pays off. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll try and run for it with Yeldon. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. T.J. Yeldon, his third touchdown now on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The extra point up and good. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here we go. What? 90. What? 90.
On first down, Malone. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 1:58 to go in this first half of play. Back to the booth right after this. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Off play action. Malone. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
We just saw him hit a big play there on a deep post. And most of the time, the post isn't available because usually you have defenders in the middle of the field. But if you throw enough curls and crossing routes and underneath routes, I know from experience, they get tired of watching those balls get caught. They start to creep up a little bit, and that's when you can hit them big over the top.
On 1st and 10, Malone. And he slings one that's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home. And they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. Looking to throw. Malone. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. George Kittle, his second touchdown on the season. And the 49ers have cut it back within a score. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Space to maneuver at the 40. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here on first down. Wide open receiver, complete. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys were sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
You've always been very good about checking my math. Am I correct? That's the first time that it's been incomplete when they've thrown it to him?
Yes, he had caught every other ball coming his way.
So they feel like they've got something really good going there, and they're going to continue to go there until the defense makes an adjustment and takes it away.
Well, they finally made an adjustment there. We'll see if they can build on that stop. He'll look to throw. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
No, check, Patriot!
On 2nd down, here's Yeldon. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the 2nd down play, they burn the timeout, making them sweat out the final few ticks here in the 2nd quarter. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here they come, the road team now getting the football first to start this 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. You got a young quarterback, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that, because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide-open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Again, it's Johnson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. He'll pick up another first down with that run.
And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
They come out here in the eye. To throw on 2nd down. Malone. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. In for the score. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead.
We see this route all the time, but when it's well executed, it's a beauty.
And it feels like the fade takes forever to develop, like that ball is just hanging in the air.
And the reason why is that the receiver is trying his best to work the defender inside and give himself space to fade away from him and catch the football. And that's exactly what happened there.
And now back out comes the offense. They'll start out on the ground. It's T.J. Yeldon. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Solomon Thomas there on the tackle. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
All right, here we go.
Back to throw now on 1st down. He's going to wind up in air, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. And a huge play that time. And even 60 yards. They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. T.J. Yeldon with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And his guys are able to strike for 6. Now the offense will stay out there. They're going to line up and try for 2.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
They're going to look to throw. And this will be caught as they convert here for 2. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And he's able to get it up close to the 35, but hang on here. Penalty marker down. And this one might be going the other way. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Ohio! Ohio! Let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38!
Throwing on 1st down. Malone. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. From the gun, Malone. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. Just like that, out of danger and up past the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Flex round! Flex round! Ohio! Ohio!
On 1st down, Malone. Over the middle, he finds Pettis complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. This quarterback now 11 of 16 through the air. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff. Johnson. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Off the play fake. Malone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. On 3rd down, Malone. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off near the 26. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And that is incomplete. Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
They'll look to throw. That one complete to Yeldon. And out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon. But with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
How many times have we seen this late in the 4th quarter? Because you know the pass rush is getting after him, and they get upfield, get that great push, and what do they create? Space, and he takes off.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let one go deep for Parker, and nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Back to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Flushed out right. That's going to be caught. And he will take it in for the touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
We just saw one of the benefits of a quarterback having mobility. Scrambled around, kept the play alive, and then found a receiver open downfield for a touchdown.
A try here for the extra point. point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Malone. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Jason Pierre-Paul in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Come on, let's go! Grand 38! Grand 38! Mike 54!
From the gun, Malone. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third. Tried to go for the big one there on second down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Malone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And his throw's going to be incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. That'll bring up 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Flex round!
To throw again. Malone. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a 4th quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just One last drive here for Pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Just get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Malone, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for our visitors, they remain one of the hottest teams out there as the wind moves